Good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck Dennels, and we're here in the shop again. It's warming up today. I think it's only 38 degrees this morning, so maybe we're on a heat wave finally. And I've come to the conclusion from my last few videos that prospectors aren't really too interested in scrapping, and they're not too interested in melts. And scrappers aren't too interested in prospecting, and people who are casting metals aren't too interested in prospecting. So what I'm going to try to do today is combine all of those things into one thing, and the one thing being gold. Now, everybody's interested in gold, and prospectors are absolutely. Scrappers are to a point whenever they can get it. And, if they scrap out a computer, they're after the fingers and that on the cables. And people who are doing melts and casts, they melt and cast gold sometimes if they have it. So what you're looking at here on the table is a lot of things. So let me start here. If you look in this red container here, where my hand is right here, this container, you'll see in here is some gold stuff from watch bands, gold watch bands. And in this vial, there's a lot of little pieces of gold from jewelry. So basically what we're focusing on today is the jewelry type of gold that has been taken by scrapping. In this bag right here, you'll see these are fingers off of a cable, computer cable. Let's see, what else we got here? We got these. Well, I can't really show you this. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this out of here. This is gold chain stuff here, but this is all in like little links. So, and all of these are pretty much the same. They're like little gold chains that I don't know the purity of, but we're going to melt it. Yeah, but before we melt it, we're going to test it and find out what it is for sure. I've got little gold things everywhere. Okay, we'll get these here in a minute. Not a big deal. So what you're looking at here, these little bottles, this is acid, all of these, and this is 22 karat, 18 karat, 14 karat, and 10 karat. So these are the scratch blocks. I don't know if you've ever tested gold. You put a stripe on here with a piece of gold, and you hit it with the lowest acid first to see if it's 10 karat, and just work your way up to see where it finally doesn't do anything on your scratch mark. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to test all this first, and then after we get that done and find out the purity, we're going to try to melt. And this here that you can't see right here is a little mold that you can pour little bars, because obviously these, I can fill up one of these with one of those. So that's where that's going to be. But over here, if you look at the trusty electric foundry right here, and let's see, can you see down here? Right here. Yeah, this is a 1 kilogram crucible, and the one that's in here, I'm sorry, that's a 10 and this is a 30. So this is what we've been using for the aluminum and the brass and the copper. As you can see, it's much bigger. So we're going to use this one in here. I'll clean this up just a little bit, but these all fit in here. I don't like the way this fits. I mean, it's kind of a wiggle wobble here, so I don't know how that's going to be, but we're going to give her a shot anyhow. We got to be pretty hot. We're going to be 1160 centigrade. So that's the game plan for today. It's a long intro, but it's going to be a little involved here. So, all right, I will be back, guys. So I've got these 4 vials are full of gold chain. This is the fingers. This is a link of the gold chain, and this is one of the fingers. And I'm going to try to strike that on this carbon block, and then we'll make a line and we'll hit it with acid. And the buzzing that you hear in the background is the Foundry working, and I have it set for 1150 degrees C, which should give us plenty of heat to melt gold. These are so small. Okay, there's the finger. Strike this now. There's a link of the chain. So we're going to start at 10. Hopefully the stuff's still good. Let me do that. Do that. I'd say it's a good 10. So let's go, what is this, 14? Yeah, this is 14. We'll hit another part of the line. That's too big. That's 14. So let's see. Let me get a couple things and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I had to get my jewelry lighting here so I can see the line. And I'm saying it's 10 karat. It could be between 10 and 14, but we're going to go with 10. And that'll be what our purity is. So let me kill this. All right, guys, so I just put the borax in. I put about 1 teaspoon in, and I'll probably put another in shortly. You can see the smoking, so this might be a problem. Anyhow, we're set at 1150, and we're now at 440. We got a long ways to go yet. We'll be ready. I'll start preheating that mold because it's cold in the shop this morning. We'll keep waiting for this to heat up. We'll pour that gold in somehow. And after that, we'll try to pour a bar. Be back. All right, guys, so the setup to do this is more time consuming than the actual melt's going to be, I'm pretty sure. So this is what I figured on doing. If you look at this little crucible, this is a little bitty crucible. I took all the parts of the gold chain and the fingers, computer fingers, and I put them in this little crucible, and it's about half full. And that's what I'm going to use to pour it into the foundry. And so I'll probably preheat this also, and that will give me, so I'm not pouring cold metal into a hot foundry. Okay, so that being what it is, be back. All right, guys, I just checked the temperature. We're at about 750 degrees C. I'm going to preheat all of this here. All right, guys, so we just turned 800 degrees C on the Foundry. We still got 200, 300 degrees to go. So we'll wait for a little bit, then we'll pour our stuff in. I just want to check this. I saw something that looked like the gold was melting with the propane torch, and I would seriously doubt that it can do that with straight propane, not MAP gas. I've done it with MAP gas, but anyhow, that's neither here nor there right now. It looks good for now, and I'll preheat again, and we'll see what this looks like in a little bit. Be back. I've been experimenting with this other crucible, and I thought I was going to try to do this and grab it like I do my big crucibles and the propane, but that's going to be hard to pour. And I thought, well, maybe I can do this, but then the fingers are in the way, so I'll do it upside down. And I thought, no. We'll use the same tongs that I use for the big crucibles. And you likely can do this and dump it in the Foundry. So that's the plan. I'll preheat this tool before we go. And let's see. That'll be about it. And after this is in, I'll put another spoonful of borax into the Foundry. And that's it. That'll be this white powder here. And then we'll wait for this to liquefy, and we'll try to do a pour. That's the game plan. You know how plans are. They're made to be changed. Be back. All right, guys, so we're pushing 1,000. We're 985 degrees centigrade. Melt temperature is 1,064 for gold. Like I said, I typically like to go 100 degrees over on any melt. And the maximum you can set this at is 1150, and that's where I'm set at. So I'm going to try to hit 1150 and figure instead of wasting a whole bunch of heat, if you look up here, right there, that's the mold. I'm letting it preheat on the top. And we'll see what we got here. I just put it up there so it shouldn't be too high. No, it's 201. It's 207 there, so good. We'll use up that heat there for a while, and then I'll put it back on the fire brick and preheat it before we pour. But we're about to go to 1,000 degrees centigrade. And 4 more degrees. 3, 2. Okay, we're getting close. Getting close. 999. 1,000 degrees C. All right, that's enough screw around. Be back. All right, guys, we're really, really close. I'm right there now. No, I'm 100 degrees down. I'm sorry. I'm at 1,050. 100 more degrees and we'll be good. Everything's ready right now. So give me 100 degrees, probably another 10 minutes, and we'll be ready to go. Be back. Guys, you can't see it, but I'm 1,100 degrees. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open the Foundry, grab the crucible, and dump it, a little crucible. As you can see, it's really hot. So here we go. So that's in. Borax is in. What I'd like to tell you is that's in there melting, and we dropped to 1,096 degrees C. And that's okay. And the other thing is that I've seen two jewelry buyers do this same project that I'm doing right now. And I'm not sure it's going to work. We're trying it and we'll see. Because we melt at 1064. I'm at 1093 now. I'm not quite to my 1150. Again, we lost that when we opened the lid and put the material in. And I blew borax everywhere. But we will open it one more time and stir. And then I'll do a pour after we get this mold reheated again. And we will reheat right about here. All right. Now we're waiting. Be back. Guys, we're at 1140. I'm gonna give it a stir here. And as you can see, the crucible is really hot. Supposedly gold doesn't stick to this graphite. I can't see the bottom of that, but we're about that deep. Now there's going to be impurities in here. Now the guys that do the jewelry that do this say that it doesn't stick, so I'm assuming that is not gold, but I don't like the color on that stir rod. So we are still at 1140. We're going to do that. And go back up to 1150, and then we'll try to pour. I'm going to preheat the mold again and the tongs. And that is super hot in there. All right, guys, say a prayer, because I'm not sure this is going to work. But according to the jewelry guys, this is the way to do it. So we're going to give her a shot. I figure the worst that can happen is that it isn't going to work. Everything's preheated and hot. Let's see, where's my pour? Almost a wet dot, isn't it? Now the glassy look on there is the borax, and that'll come off. As it cools, it'll start shooting that off of there. Shut him off. We'll just let this cool down. See, I've got some borax in the grooves there, so be back. All right, guys, so we got water here. So let's see if I can. I'm going to dump this without the whole world coming apart here. You can see the foundry is still red hot. Okay, you can't see in there, but I'll get you closer. Maybe you can see. In the can, you can see some of the black coming off there. That is the borax. And let me get you back here. See if I can get that out right away. I don't know how hot this is, so water's cold. That means this stuff must be cold. Now this one still has a lot of the borax on it. You can see the pieces in the bottom on this one. But there's the gold. This is a little gold bar. And we'll hit this with a hammer, some of it. A lot of it's coming off. All right. So that's junk gold. And like the jewelry guys who were showing me, they say that's the way to do it. You don't need to do all the acid and all that, but I have friends that do that, and they say you can't do it this way. So we'll see. Guys, I'm in the office right now, and this is my strike carbon. This is my testing for the gold, and this is the gold. So we're going to check it this morning and see how good it is. So I'm going to set you down for a minute, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, here we've got the strike. You can see down the center of the square. The top one is the 10. I got too much glare from my light, don't I? I can't see through that. But without the light on it, it's 10 to 10 plus, and the 14 is just barely noticeable. So I'm saying it's probably 14 karat gold. All right, guys, we're gonna weigh this and just see how much gold we have. I didn't pre-weigh it, and I should have, but let me get the scale open, and I'll put that gold on there and see what we got. Okay, let's get this puppy turned on. I'm sitting on top of my printer, so there we go. We're 0. There's the little piece. What am I set on here? I'm set on grams. 2.31 grams, and this one's really heavy. 15.9616. You can go through the modes here. Not sure I can see it all the way. And that's ounces. It says ounces. Oh, 0.56. That's a half ounce of gold. Now it's discolored because a lot of the impurities didn't come to the surface, and I got a big chunk or two out off the little piece here, off of this piece. So anyhow, a little over half an ounce. Good job. Guys, that's going to be the end of this one. Not sure this Foundry is ever going to cool off. It's been a half hour, and there it is. I can melt anything in that. But we'll let them sit. And I'm not entirely happy with the outcome here. So anyhow, that's the end of this one. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, come back again. Give it a great comment. And thank you all so much for watching. Have a blessed day.